What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must take a sword and kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By your lake in a parlous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
Oh, I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is no more fearful wild fowl than your lion living. He himself must speak, saying, if you think I come hither as a lion, it would no such thing. No, I am a man, as other men are. And let him name his name, and tell them plainly that he is Snuck the Joiner.
Then there's another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through a chink in a wall.
Oh, you can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall. And let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here? What a play toward! I'll be an auditor. An actor, too, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus, Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious sweet.
Odors, odors.
Odors savors sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Marry, must you?
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue of color like the red rose on triumphant briar. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus's tomb, man.
Ninus's tomb.
Why, you must not say that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your lines at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tire.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! Pray, masters, fly! Masters, help!
I'll follow you, about around, through bog, through briar, through bush, through briar. Sometimes a horse I'll be, sometimes a hound, a hog, a headless bear, sometimes a fire. And I'll neigh and bark and groan and grunt and burn. Like horsehound hunting fair at every turn.
Why did they run away?
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an asshead of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee. Thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to frighten me if they can. But I will not stir from this spot, do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing that they shall hear, I am not afraid. The owl cock, so black of hue, with orange tawny bill.
Angel wakes me from my flowery bed. I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtue's force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to tell the truth, reason and love keep a little company together nowadays.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither, but if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to
Out of
serve my
this
own-
wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I'll give thee fairies to attend on me, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I shall purge thy mortal grossness, so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peace blossom, cobweb, mustard seed,
And I?
be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers, crop their waxen thighs and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes, to have my love to bed and to arise.
Hail, mortal.
Hail, hail, hail.
I cry your worship's mercy, not heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Oh, I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Mistress Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest lady.
Mustard seed.
Oh, good Mistress Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. Oh, that cowardly, giant-like ox beef hath devoured many a gentlefolk of your house. I promise you, your kindred have made my eyes water now. But I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Mistress Mistress Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. Tie up my love's tongue, bring him silently.